Hello everyone, my name is Jay Desira and I'm here today to share with you about my creative process in hopes that sharing the techniques that I employ may help inspire and provide structural keys for whatever your process may be. Recently in my life, relatively recently, I've engaged a new musical or creative process in which I make music with the moon. From full moon to new moon and new moon to full moon, I basically create an objective on each one and shoot for the target and the bullseye, and it's been working really well. And this methodology that I've been tapping into with a few of my friends as well is based off of SCRUM. And SCRUM comes from it's basically a software designer approach to coordinate large teams to break down a large scale project. Let's say you have a big goal or a big mission of taking this digital product that doesn't exist yet and bringing it fully into fruition and hitting market. Scrum is a methodology in which a bunch of people may be broken up into different teams, and each team can basically take the big goal, break it down into smaller goals, and each Scrum cycle is known as a sprint, which for me is a 2-week period of time. We all focus, the whole group is focused upon bringing one aspect of the project into fruition, bringing one product into completion. So it's centered around breaking down a big goal into smaller goals and then tying the bow, finishing it, completing it, and then being able to move on. So it's a highly agile, flexible, maneuverable approach to getting shit done, and it's supported me in a huge way on a creative level because essentially I'm getting shit done. I'm completing songs, and I'm also a big part of my goal in entering the Scrum was to release my creative practice from how I feel and my emotional psychology of the day, because I'm someone who fluctuates. I've got waves of emotion, and some days I'm just not feeling it, and some days it doesn't happen, and some periods of time I just don't create in the way that I'd want to, that puts anything out. I feel like I'm not doing anything or not doing enough, and I get frustrated and sad that I don't know how to do what I want to do. I've got this big vision, but I don't know how to bring it all into fruition, and I ultimately don't feel like I'm doing enough. And Scrum has been an extraordinary antidote to that sensation that I don't feel like I'm doing enough, because A, I'm arriving every day to complete the work, and B, I'm finishing things. And it's very tangible to see and feel the evolution of my craft, myself, my psychology. I feel like I'm in a rhythm with this form of creation, and it feels like the key that I've been looking for a very long time, but I didn't know where it was, what it looked like, or how to find it. And now that I've found it, I feel like I can really do what I want to do, and it's just a matter of time, because I can look more macro and large scale, and I know that I'm taking the daily steps that lead to the fruition of the project. That, in addition to, I feel like I'm in sync with nature. There's this natural clock in the sky that I'm in tune with, that means so much to me now. And the moon is just inherently magical, it's inherently creative. It deals with the tides, the breath of the planet, and ocean being this mythological metaphor for the subconscious and the imagination. So, all that being said, Scrum is a methodology to break down a really big goal into smaller parts and focus on completing each part, tying the bow, finishing things. So in my context, my big goal is to create a multimedia production company. And I want to do that through my music. So fundamentally, and I would say the first aspect of this project is I want to build an audience that's centered around the music that I release, and then expand the production to be more multifaceted, multimedial, and with each musical release there are videos and stories and products, XYZ, expand out. But fundamentally, I want to generate great work that nourishes the world and catalyzes us to come alive, to commune with our nature, to embody our potential. And I feel the call to do that through music. Also, it's about, for me, developing. Okay, so that's the main goal. When I break that down, I look at Scrum in terms of an iterative template, meaning I'm interested in relating to, and this is unique to me. There's my other friends who are musicians are doing something similar, meaning like each Scrum cycle, each 2-week period, each cycle of the moon, we're creating a track. So in that sense, it's very simple. But when I say an iterative template, I also see Scrum as a production and distribution machine. Production machine meaning every 2 weeks I'm creating a track. I'm solid in that. I'm 10 cycles in now, so that's 20 weeks. And I feel great. It feels phenomenal. So that's production. Scrum is, I'm also interested in building a distribution machine, or rather seeing them as the same machine, just two different components. First floor, the foundation is to be super solid in the rhythm of production. The heart of the machine is the creative product. And now it's time for the expansion pack of sharing the work. So in this way, I'm interested in looking at, okay, how does one release creative work in the modern era? So 10 cycles in, now I'm tapping into this. And I've tried this in a few different iterations throughout my creative journey before, but I feel I'm coming in from a strong foundation right now of creation, and I'm interested in incorporating media distribution, the process of communing with the world, the work with social media in a way that feels sustainable, in a way that feels inspiring, in a way that feels like it works for me. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about where I am now in relationship to 10 Scrum cycles in. Here's me. So I'm gonna make another video in a moment in regards to that. But right now, I really just wanted to share the essence, the process, the project of the Scrum methodology, making music with the moon. I feel like it can be applied to any creative project, any endeavor, and be a really strong way to structure and execute the object of our dream. So I hope that, again, sharing this methodology can help you structure your process. So more to come. Thanks for tuning in.